Hello everyone, welcome to a somewhat unusual video for my channel. This is a commentary of my speedrun of Chapter 1 of Story Mode in the Steam version of Inazuma 11 Victory Road Beta. If you want to watch the original gameplay without any commentary, you can find it in the description. This video is more to explain what's going on, why I did things a certain way, and maybe encourage you to pick up speedrunning because it's really fun. Starting off, we have our very first cutscene skip. This might seem like nothing, but this is actually the trickiest part of the run, skipping all the cutscenes correctly. There's a pretty tricky timing to skipping cutscenes. If you don't hold the button at the right time, it will show you the prompt but not register that you're skipping. So you can lose maybe a second or two if you don't do things correctly. And since we're skipping like 40-something cutscenes throughout the entire chapter, this can add up to a lot of lost time. So yeah, I'll miss quite a few cutscene skips throughout this run. Anyways, the start of the game is pretty simple. We're just collecting information from these 4 students. Not much to say about that, so I'm just going to let things play out. By the way, this is not scripted. I'm trying to just do this commentary unscripted in a single take, so sorry if it's a bit wonky. Here's another cutscene skip, and another one that I nearly always mess up. Yeah, see, that prompt that showed in the corner of the screen, it stayed like for about a second. That's because I didn't time my skip properly. So this will happen quite a lot in this run, unfortunately. Anyways, we now have our first battle. So these battles are both very fun and very annoying to do in a speedrun. There's quite a bit of RNG involved, regarding the damage that you deal, regarding breaches and save. There's quite a lot of things that can go differently, so you have to really pay attention to what's going on and kind of improvise sometimes. As you can see, I'm holding the trigger to display everyone's moves, so rock, paper, scissors. Conveniently, it's mapped to the same button as the one used for running, so you can pretty much just hold the right trigger throughout the entire run, and there you go. So what I did for this battle, I tried to damage everyone kind of equally, so starting with the one on the left, then the one on the right, and then 2 attacks on the one in the middle. This damages everyone just enough so that my finishing blow right here can kill everyone in one hit. And that does it for this first battle. Went pretty well, no bad surprises, but as you will see throughout this run, there are a lot of unexpected things happening and a lot of mistakes too. Okay, so after that we go inside the school. I'm gonna go upstairs. I have a little visual cue to know if I'm late or not. Is this student right here that we just ran past. If he's ahead of me, I'm late. That's what I used when I was doing my first runs on the Switch version. Anyways, we have 2 cutscenes to skip. Usually when there are 2 cutscenes back to back like that, the second one is always a bit tricky to skip. Just now, like my visual cue for the cutscene with Cedric, if I manage to skip before the camera starts zooming in on Cedric, I know I've done it right. But just now, you could see the camera moving before I skipped, so I was a bit late, unfortunately. The battle against Cedric is pretty simple. It's just one enemy, so you only have to focus on the move that Cedric is doing. What moves he chooses is a bit random, but always on his 4th turn, he's going to use a sweet attack, which is always a rock type sweet attack. So the sweet attacks are always... Oh, a breach, nice. I forgot that happened. So like right now he's showing scissors, but as you can see, he switched for rock because he's doing the sweet attack. The sweet attacks always happen at the same time. It's always the same move, so you can kind of learn them by heart. Although in this specific case, it didn't make much of a difference because like I was able to do a finishing blow before he even began charging his attack. On the Switch version, the battles were a bit slower, so it did matter that you like reacted fast enough to this change of move. But here, like the battle goes so fast that you're already done before he can even do his first sweet attack. Anyways, just going to follow the plot. There's another cutscene to skip, and we're going to be at the hospital. One note about skipping cutscenes. When the cutscene is followed by a text box like this one, Unmei is going to be staying in place, waiting for the text box to display. It's only after you close the text box that you can start moving. But when a cutscene doesn't have a text box immediately afterwards, you can start doing actions such as moving while you're still on the loading screen. You might have seen me doing that with the very first cutscene skip when we arrive at the school. Unmei was already running when the loading screen disappeared. There are a few instances of that, and I guess it's part of running the game to know when to start moving during the loading screens. Anyway, this part is one of my favorites. You have to talk to 8 students, and there's a specific route to follow. This one, oh my god. This student is so tricky. I always end up talking to the one next to him by mistake. I thought I did it right. I actually talked to the right guy, but then I pressed A one too many times and ended up talking to the guy next to him, so I lost time. So usually the route goes first to talk to Miss Elaine, but I did things a bit differently. I go outside, talk to this guy next to the tree, and then go back inside. All the speedruns I've seen so far... Oh, I talked to the wrong girl. I ended up losing time instead of gaining time. But yeah, all the speedruns I've seen so far usually talk to the guy next to the tree last. So they would do what I'm doing right now, then go outside, talk to some guy outside, and then run around the school to talk to the guy next to the tree. I find that it's faster to do it that way. Go outside first, talk to the guy next to the tree, then go back inside and finish with this guy right here. It saves about 10 seconds. I think on Switch, with all the loading times and the animations that pause the game until you... you can't talk to the guy until he finishes animation. It ends up being roughly the same time, but here on the PC version, it's actually faster to talk to the guy outside first. So yeah, I saved some time here. This is an actual speedrunning trick. I'm so happy I was able to do that. In my Let's Play, I mentioned that, and I was like, I'm not even sure if that's actually faster, but now I actually compared it, it's actually faster. So I'm glad I was able to come up with a route. Anyway, see, just now I was able to run during the cutscene skip. During the loading screen, I was able to run. But this one is going to be some dialogue, and I won't be able to run. So yeah, it depends on the cutscene if you can run during the loading screen. There's going to be some kind of fun things to do later in the run. I'll talk about it later. Anyway, we're entering the most boring part of the run, in my opinion, because we're going to be interrupted by cutscenes every 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes, like every 10 seconds, basically. And we're going to have a gauntlet of battles that are not very fun to play. The first one is Josephine the cat. In the Switch version, it was particularly boring because all of her attacks were neutral. It's only on the PlayStation and PC version that they updated it to have, they updated her to have actual moves like rock, paper, scissors. In the Switch version, it didn't matter what move you use. So you could basically just keep spamming the same attack, and it was just button mashing and waiting for the gauges to reload. I got a save just now. Saves might sound like a good thing, but they can... How do I say? They're a bit of a double-edged sword, because when you get a save, you don't take any damage. Meaning that your attention, which is the gauge in the top left corner that is obscured by my timer, so you don't really see what's happening, your attention gauge doesn't fill up if you don't take damage. So this can actually slow you down and force you to do things differently because you weren't able to charge up your finishing blow fast enough. In this case, it didn't impact me much, so I was able to use this finishing blow and finish the battle just fine. But yeah, there's another point later in this run, I think it's the next one against the Kraken, where I'm actually not able to use my finishing blow, and I have to use a different move or something like that. I don't remember exactly. I recorded this yesterday, so I didn't really I didn't rewatch what I did, so I'm kind of rediscovering it as I'm recording. Anyway, so that's the first battle done. Next, we're going to go near the train tracks. We're going to fight the Kraken. The Kraken was another battle in the Switch version that didn't have any moves, so yeah, it was also pretty boring. Not much to say about that. I'm trying to think if there's anything special about this battle. Oh yeah, no, I think it was this one. So unlike the other battles, I think in this one I'm not going to end it using the finishing blow. I'm actually going to end it using a regular move. There's a reason for that, and that reason is mainly this breach that happened just now. It's like, as you can see, I'm going to deal some damage, and right now, see the Kraken has like 2 HP left. I don't need to use a finishing blow for that. So instead of using a finishing blow, oh, this animation sucks. It's such a waste of time having to watch this animation before I can use my move. Yeah, it's actually a bit faster, at least I think it is, to use a normal move here, because the dialogue that plays out when you use a, how do I say, like the dialogue that plays out at the end of the battle depends on whether you used a finishing blow or a regular move. And like the length can be different, and I think in this case using a regular move was a bit faster. So I could see maybe some battles being optimized by deliberately choosing to avoid using finishing blows. That would require though like comparing all battle endings and coming up with the one that's actually fastest for each battle. I clearly don't have the patience to do that now, but I guess that's one way to optimize the run further. Anyways, next up, after a few cutscene skips, we're going to have our next mandatory battle, which is the Udon Shop Lady. This is, in my opinion, the hardest battle in the run, because she hits like a truck and she has a ton of HP. You pretty much have to heal at least once during this battle, which I didn't do in my previous attempt. If you look in the corner on the timer, it says 4. That's because that's my 4th attempt, not counting all the attempts I did without recording or using a timer on the Switch version, of course. My first attempt I did, I think, like 27 minutes or something. My second attempt was 26:48, which is a personal best that's being displayed. My third attempt, I died against her, so I had to reset and give up. That was a nice breach just now. Pretty convenient. Very convenient, in fact, because it allows me, I think, to finish with this this finishing blow without healing. So it's a huge time save. Oh, and I got another breach. Okay, I was really lucky with this run. Really, really lucky. But yeah, on my previous run, I wasn't as lucky. I didn't save on time and I got killed and had to reset. So yeah, plenty of runs can end against her if you're not careful and if you don't heal when you should. But yeah, the breach just now really saved me. This line over here, this golden objective line, is really funny because in the Switch version, you would get a message asking you if you really want to proceed, because it used to be the final boss, and after that, like you wouldn't be able to play story mode anymore. So if you misclicked and pressed no, it would fade to black and put you back like a few steps back. You would lose like 10 seconds having to run all the way back to the line. So yeah, you had to be really careful when selecting your options. Anyways, the Gang of Thugs. I'm pretty sure there's an optimal strategy for this battle, but I don't really know what it is. So here's my idea, kind of. I usually try to have this strategy, but I always end up messing something up and doing things a bit differently. First, I have Briar destroying all the castle walls, because all of them are like this little red sword, which is Briar's attribute, so only Briar can destroy the castle walls. So I start with the guy on the left, Berg, because Unmei is super effective against him. So I can have Unmei start dealing damage on this guy and try to kill him first. Now that all castle walls are down, Unmei can use his finishing blow and deal damage to everyone, and I think that's enough to kill Berg. Yes, it is. Cool. I always try to focus on the ones on the side because they have the ability to heal the boss, Aniki, and you really don't want that to happen, obviously. Oh, nice breach. How many breaches did I get in this run? Oh my god. Yeah, so Briar is going to be the one doing the most damage. I haven't made try to do chip damage on Brand on the right, but yeah, I really want Briar to focus his efforts on Brand first, and then Aniki, especially with his finishing blow, which deals a ton of damage. This is really risky. I should have healed there, but I think so. I think Briar's going to be the one healing just in time. Yeah, okay. Unmei should have been the one healing ideally, because I really need Raya to deal some damage, because he hits really hard. He's super effective against Aniki, but it's fine. I have my attention full, so Briar is probably going to be able to kill him with his finishing blow. There you go. So yeah, that's basically the strategy I had. As you can see, things didn't go perfectly. I should have healed with Unmei earlier. So there's definitely room for improvement here. Clearly, this run is not perfect. I did not train a lot for this. As you can see, this is my 4th attempt. My point is not for this run to be the perfect example. It's more to show okay, without training that much, even in the Switch version, I played maybe 5 or 6 times at most. Oh. Yeah, you can already tell I'm not familiar with this with this part of the game because it's the new one they added on PC. I got the wrong stairs and then I hit the wall instead of the door. Oh, good job. And I think I'm going to mess up the cutscene skip here because of that black screen, but it's fine. We got to see Thierry getting hit in the face by a flaming soccer ball, so that kind of makes up for it. This part is really funny because there's 5 or 6 cutscenes in a row, so it's just skipping cutscenes for a while. But yeah, my point with this video is kind of to show without that much preparation, without that much training, you can just go. First run, 27 minutes. Second run, 26:48. That was 10 seconds more than the current world record. So that was okay, maybe I should stop trying to train and just start recording and see what I get. Third run went terribly because of that death, as I mentioned. But 4th run, you will see what the time is at the end, but it's a pretty good time. Again, at the time of recording. I feel it would be very easy to do much better than what I did. So I encourage you to pick up speedrunning. It's really fun. Anyways, we have another collection quest, looking at buildings. All of these cutscenes, when looking at buildings, allow you to start running during the loading screen. So I'm going to try to take advantage of that, but because I'm not very familiar with that part, I didn't really go the right way. I think this one I completely messed up and ended up hitting the wall. Let's see where I'll end up after the loading screen. Okay, no, I was just running in the wrong direction. It can be especially useful for the next 2, as you will see. They are exactly across each other. So you could examine one, and then during the loading screen, run to the other one. The problem is that phantom football chest that's right in the middle, and I tried during the loading screen to run to the other building and then press A, but every time I tried that, I ended up pressing A on the football and kicking the football and losing time. So that's why I didn't try to do this on this specific run, but I feel it would be just after a few tries you could get the timing right and be able to pretty much do the entire transition from the 4th building to the 5th building during the entire loading screen. So yeah, that's another way to improve on this run, I believe. Okay, next up is the Scramble battle. It's really fun to play, but it's terrible for speedrunning. The reason I don't like it for speedrunning is because I have no idea how it works. It seems to be completely random. Basically, you're gonna need to wait for Cedric to tell you where to send the ball. So he's saying, okay, send it here, you press A, you send it there, and then you just select which area you want to send it. You have to pay attention to which icon is blinking. But yeah, the problem is you have to wait for Cedric to tell you. And it seems to be random. Look at how long it's taking. Look at how long it took for Cedric to tell me to send it. I was comparing with another run, and in the time it took me to get that second shot, it took they were able to get two throws on another run. And as you just saw, for some reason, I dealt 181 damage with that previous throw. So the battle was over already, but normally you deal about 80 damage when you do a pass. So why did that one deal so much? It wasn't a breach. I didn't see the breach icon, so I don't know if it was a breach, but for some reason there was a bug or something that does not display the breach icon and the breach animation, or is the damage completely random? I don't know how that works. I'm very happy I got this 181 damage because it kind of made up for that really slow pass earlier, but like it just goes to show how random this battle is, so I really don't like it. I like when things go as planned. Anyways, more cutscenes ahead of us. The next one is going to have us do a little tutorial where you can pass the football chest to a phantom player. Luckily, the game just spawns us right in front of the ball, so you can just press A and it will kick it automatically. I ran just now, but the cutscene will set me back a few steps anyways, so it wasn't really useful. Anyways, next up is one of my favorite battles in the entire game. Not just for speedrunning, just like one of my favorite battles. In my opinion, it really sublimes the rock, paper, scissors battle system. Because unlike regular battles, the Hecaton stairway allows you to use moves one after the other, like to chain them without having to wait. Because they don't play like animations that pause the flow of battle. You can have Briar use a move and then Cedric use the same move immediately afterwards. So that's going to go very fast, as you will see. I'm going to have Briar and Cedric use a paper move right after the other. See, they use two moves back to back almost at the same time. This battle can go super fast. You're no longer limited by the animations, by the flow of battle. You can pretty much just go as fast as you want. I'm already at full tension. I'm going to have Briar use the take a deep breath finishing blow. It's a bit weird because like it slows him down. And as you can see, like he was taking a break, and because of that, his recharge, like his cooldown, was paused. So Cedric is able to use a move before him. So it can seem a bit risky to use a sweet attack in this battle, but it deals so much damage. Like I think it was like 500 damage, such a good amount of damage. So in that case, it was really worth having Briar use that, and then just have Cedric finish the boss off. Anyways, that was the Hecaton Stairway battle. I really like it. I hope there are more battles like this one in the full game, because this is the one that actually made me enjoy the rock, paper, scissors mechanic. Like, actually enjoy it for once. Anyways, we're almost at the end of the run. We're going to go upstairs and find the Kraken. A few more cutscenes to skip, and then it's going to be final boss time. The Kraken will also give us like the are you sure you want to continue pop-up. You have to make sure to press yes and not no, because if you press the wrong option, the Kraken will just despawn and respawn somewhere else on the field, so you have to look for it. It's not as big as a time loss as it was in the Switch version with the Gengar Thugs, but it can still be a bit of a time loss. Anyways, this battle, if I remember correctly, it didn't go very well, or at least like it didn't go perfectly. So King Colossal Kraken is a... Oh, breach already. Okay, never mind. It went really well. I got so many breaches, good god. Yeah, so he's a yellow type. I don't remember what the attributes are named, but like yellow type. Briar is super effective against him, so once again I'm going to have Briar, like focus all of my efforts on Briar. If I have a sweet attack ready, I'm going to have Briar use it instead of the others. Unmei and Cedric are going to be dealing damage whenever they can, and also providing healing when necessary. Sweet attack is a scissors one. As you can see, I'd rather have Cedric use that move, and that way I can immediately have Briar use his finishing blow, because he's going to deal more damage as a result. Now, once you reach that point in the battle, the Kraken is going to be able to place castle walls, as he just did. And I distinctly remember, at that point I was like hesitating. Is he going to put the castle wall now? And I hesitated too long and I ended up attacking with Destin, and I wasted a turn because of that. You need Cedric to kill those, destroy those castle walls. And I guess the game, the game had pity on me and just gave me a breach to compensate for that misplay. But yeah, we're almost at the end of the battle. There's another castle wall, so Cedric is going to destroy it, and Briar will be dealing the finishing blow. Yeah, with a finishing blow, literally. Yeah, so there you go. That's going to be the end of the battle, and after that, it's just going to be skipping some more cutscenes, and we'll be done. So yeah, my final time was 25 minutes and 4 seconds, which is I think like almost a minute and a half shorter than the current world record. So as of recording, provided my submission on speedrun.com is approved, I am the world record holder. Which might seem super impressive until you realize there's like 3 runs right now. So like I'm like with my run it's gonna be 4 runs. I'm gonna be the best out of 4. So it's really nothing. But it really goes to show how the speedrunning community for this game is just like it's just starting out. It's really small and like it's super easy to pick up and play. Like I said, I made a bunch of mistakes. Like already just not messing up those cutscene skips and not messing up that how do I say, that castle wall in the final battle, you can easily shave up 4 seconds and you can easily go sub 25 minutes. Of course, there's a bit of luck involved, or the breaches and so on, but like, it's also part of speedrunning an RPG. You can never completely predict everything that's going to happen. But yeah, that's the commentary that I had to play. My VLC player just shut down because the video is over, and I'm gonna have to put a still image on screen or something to pad out this video when editing. But yeah, I'm just going to conclude this commentary. My point is, I had a lot of fun doing this. It was really fun just trying to play this game as fast as possible, especially all of those rock, paper, scissors battle, which can be a bit slow and a bit tedious when you're playing casually. Being able to finish them super fast and like getting the feeling that you really mastered the battle system is such a good feeling. It makes me appreciate this battle system a bit more. Of course, it's not perfect, and I hope that future chapters are going to have more interesting battles to play, but that's also like, it's also part of the fun, like trying to find the optimal strategy, trying to find like trying to be quick to like identify which move you should use and so on. It's really fun it's just a really fun game to speedrun. I don't know if I will enjoy speedrunning this game more as much when there's actual football involved, because I'm not very good at the football part, but this whole turn-based RPG part is really fun to speedrun. So yeah, and like I said, this was my 4th attempt. I did not train for months to do this. Like even in the Switch version, I played like maybe 4 or 5 times. I spent a bit of time like comparing the different routes when talking to the 8 students, as I mentioned, like trying to figure out when was the best time to talk to the guy next to the tree. But apart from that, like I just started playing and recording, and I just went with it, and it worked out. So if you found that interesting or fun, or like, oh, you're curious about it, like don't hesitate. Just pick up the game, just set up a timer and see how fast you can go. Maybe you'll be able to beat my record. I mean, maybe, like, I'm pretty sure someone's going to beat my record like tomorrow. I don't expect to stay the world record holder for very long. So yeah, all of that to say, speedrunning is awesome. It's really fun, and this game is pretty fun to speedrun, so don't be afraid to try it out. I hope this video gave you a bit of, like, a few tips. It showed you what it looks like to speedrun this game, and hopefully encourage you to try it out. I'll leave a link in the description for the speedrun.com page for the game. There's also a Discord server, which I haven't personally joined because I'm like never on Discord, but there's some really cool people on there, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, if you're interested in speedrunning, definitely go check that out. All the links will be in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you soon for some more Inazuma 11 Victory Road Beta. And by some more, I mean like maybe just one video. I'm pretty much done with the game. All right, thank you so much for watching. Have yourself a wonderful day. See ya.